is episode 236. I'm Colin.
And I am Mike.
And we're in my apartment and in person. Hi.
Hi. And guess what? We're being recorded on Colin's phone.
Yeah.
You guys have never seen this shit. You've never seen this shit.
It's wild, actually.
Yeah. And we also got stage lighting over there. Colin just gave himself the better lighting, but it's okay. Oh my god. Whoa.
Is that better?
I guess. I don't know.
Are we cuter now?
Yeah. Look, we're in high def.
High def, baby.
As long as Colin exports the video well, because he's also
editing. I'm learning how to edit, and it's probably going to be bad.
I'm not doing shit this episode.
Yeah. Mike just had to make the drive down here. That's all he had to do. But we'll talk about the reason he's down here soon. But before that, how was your week, Mike?
Week was fine. Fairly eventful, actually, for me. Also, just a reminder, just to say it out loud, we should do the monthly roundup this week, too. We're already past the month. Week was pretty good. I think I talked about it last week, but I had a 4-day weekend. And I knew that on that Friday. So, over the weekend, didn't really do too much, I don't think. Went out to get some food with my neighbors. We got some all-you-can-eat sushi. That was pretty good. They were impressed. Like, everyone basically got 2 rolls, and they had their 2 rolls, and they're like, oh my gosh. And I was like, I kind of want 2 more rolls, guys. I kind of want 2 more. And they're like, yeah, you can get more if you want. And then Andy did not believe me that I could do 2 more rolls. He's like, no fucking way. You're going to gain too much. You have to pay more. And then I had it very comfortably. I was like, that was a good meal. And it was good. I enjoy all-you-can-eat sushi.
Andy doesn't seem to believe you when it comes to eating anything.
Pretty much, yeah, no. And I think I'm pretty honest with myself about my eating habits. So I know what I like, what I don't, and what I can handle, for the most part. Yeah, that was pretty fun. It was just a pretty relaxing weekend. I don't remember if I did too much. I mean, I've been working on a new song. I'll say that, I guess. It's one that I'm actually pretty excited about. That maybe I'll send to you guys at some point soon-ish. It's not one that's like being completely produced yet, but like I have a big idea in my head. It has like a 1.5 minute long build in it. Whoa. Ooh. Sick. Yeah, builds. So I was kind of doing some of that stuff. And then, like I've been saying the last few weeks, I've really been questioning if I want to keep working at this place that I was working at. If you can't tell from the past tense I just did right there. On Tuesday, it was time to go back to work after the 4-day week, and I was like, what if I don't? What happens? Well, I know what happens, but I was just like, you know what? I think it's time. I don't have it in me to go back there. I was telling Colin, first off, I'm always working by that guy I fucking hate, the old guy. But I was also telling Colin earlier, like, it's kind of like the first job I've had where I really don't have, like, a good friend there. Yeah. Or like someone that I could call a friend or someone I could talk to, rely on, or whatever. Like, there's one guy there who he's like kind of like a quiet gamer type guy like me, and we can have a good conversation for like 2 minutes or so, but it never lasts that long. And for an 8-hour shift where you're just standing around with doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over again, it's just a mental toll. I think I could have lasted longer there if I had like one headphone. Genuinely, sure. I think it would have made a world of a difference. But yeah, I after the 4-day weekend, I was just like, I don't have to go back. No. And I'm
free will, baby.
Free will. So I didn't go back, and instead I got a Caniac combo that night. Hell yeah. That felt pretty good. That was the best Caniac combo of my life. So, did that, quit the job. So now looking for new work and whatever. Just kind of, I'm going to see if there's anywhere that, I can see myself working at, enjoying, like, maybe slightly music related. I'm going to try looking for more of those stuff specifically. Throughout the week, I downloaded Jedi Survivor, the second Jedi Fallen Order game. the Souls-like type game for Star Wars, and yeah, it's pretty good so far. I mean, excuse me, I haven't gotten too far into it. I don't think. Pretty sure I haven't. But like, you know, I remember Colin talking about the customization in that game being a lot better. It sure is. Just like the way you can do colors and mix it and match it and shit. It's pretty sick. I like it a lot. I made my Cal look like a Bandito again. And I think he looks even more Bandito-ish this time. So it's pretty cool. BB-8 or
BD-1.
BD-1. Thank you. I was like, that's the one from the movie.
Hanging out up there. It's right there.
Yeah, there he is.
Looking
BD-1.
down on us. You
Yeah.
guys can't see it.
Marussia reference. He looks down on us. Yeah.
Right.
But it's okay. But anyways, yeah, I'm really enjoying that. Oh, my BD-1 is trench colors is what I was trying to say as well. It's got the green and I got green lightsaber, yellow blade. Sick as fuck. I'm a nerd. But yeah, I'm enjoying that so far. Only like 6-7 hours into it, I want to say, and I think I was looking it up, and it's like a 40-hour game ish. So
yeah, if you do all the stuff,
and I'm probably going to be doing all the stuff. So yeah, pretty cool. I love how big and open world it is as well. And yeah, I listened to a few records as well. I think that's the only thing I have to talk about. Yeah, listen to. Never mind. I only listened to one thing, I think, or no, two things. So I listened to Man's Best Friend by Sabrina Carpenter. Hopefully that's not copyrighted. There's music happening outside. Yeah. I listened to Man's Best Friend by Sabrina Carpenter. And
yeah,
it's all right. You know, Sabrina's not really my thing. I know I've said before, and I still think this. I need to revisit Short and Sweet just because I feel like the singles at least have grown on me on that record, and I kind of want to see how I feel about that as a whole again. But this one is just like, you know, it's fine. I think there's some decent tracks on it, but also it's like, it's kind of the same thing. Yeah. She feels a little bit like a one-trick pony. Yeah. like I enjoy the over-the-top sexual humor stuff. I think it's funny sometimes, but like, that's kind of like the only thing.
No, for real.
Yeah. But you know, it's all right. It's not bad, but it's okay. And then I also listened to What No One's Thinking by AJR, EP that came out. It's decent. Yeah. I think in terms of like an AJR project, probably their best one. It's like only like 4 songs, I want to say, maybe 5. But you know, I think the production is really nice on it. It's kind of more like folky, a little more like indie folk-ish. And I think it's done fairly well. I mean, the lyrics are still pretty terrible at points, but they're also kind of nice at other points. You know, it's a better AJR. I wouldn't say it's like, oh my god, AJR is good now, but you know, it's like, it's all right. not too bad. 4
songs is the perfect amount of AJR.
Exactly. Yeah, they just had to cut out all the bullshit, pretty much. Yeah, I don't really have too much to say about that. But I want to say that's about it for my week, other than the reason I'm down here. But we can talk about that afterwards.
For sure.
Yeah, how was your week, sir?
I mean, week was all right. I mean, I'll talk about the big thing later on. But after the pod, went to My Chemical Romance. Got this sweet shirt. But, you know, it was great. I'll speak more about it afterwards. After we do our albums of the month for August and such, but it was good. Drive was fun, I guess, and then I came back, had Saturday off, celebrated Max's birthday.
Right.
The
whole time just like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No, her whole thing was, you know, my birthday's every year. When is the next time you're gonna get to see MCR? I'm like, hey,
that's fair.
You know what?
That's a mature talking point, right?
Yeah, for sure. But you know, we went to Olive Garden, had some nice stuff. Our server was very nice. She had like there was like a big boss coming through and was like, "How you guys doing? What's going on? Like, you guys having a good time? How's the food?" Yeah, we're like, "Good. You know, she's doing a great job. She's super sweet." And he's like, "Do you want more breadsticks?" And we're like, "Yeah, she's got them coming." And he's like, what about the refills? Did she have refills coming? And I'm like, I don't know. Max was like, yeah, I mean, maybe not right now, but she's got a lot of tables, so that's understandable. Right. And he was like, okay, all right. And then, like, towards the end of the meal, we were like, yeah, Max was like, he's kind of, like, on your ass a little bit. She's like, he's super nice. It's not a big deal. And he has to do that. And I was like, I hope she's not just saying that. But, right, yeah. But it was good. And then we, did our grocery shopping. And then I think we got ice cream afterwards. I don't. No. She got. She likes these little prepackaged, like, lemon cakes from Walmart. She got those. We put a couple candles in there, so on happy birthday.
There we go.
It's a nice little birthday celebration. You know? But that was fun. And then
is that those candles right there?
Yes, it is. A little birthday candle.
It's a real life Easter egg for me. You guys can't see it.
Got her some fun things. I couldn't help myself but to give them to her before her birthday happened. Right. So that's okay. And then I worked the rest of the week. From Sunday to Thursday, and it was fine. There were a couple things that happened. There was one day where I've now seen 3 car crashes in the drive-through.
Oh,
because people are fucking stupid.
Right.
There was people, somebody that came through the drive-through. They got like 2 things. Their card didn't go through, so I was like, hey, it didn't go through. And they started driving, and I said, hey, it didn't go through. Hey, it didn't go through. Hey, it didn't go through. And they finally heard me. And instead of, backing up slowly, or somebody just like parking the car, getting out of it, coming to the window, something, they decided to reverse with as fast as they possibly could into the front of the car behind them.
Oh my fucking God.
I don't think it did a lot of damage to either car, luckily, but it was like, how fucking stupid are you? And I was like, and as she was reversing, I was like, you're going to crash. And I was like, oh, nice, sick, dude. That was awesome.
Jesus Christ.
So they got out of line, like, talked and exchanged information and everything. But, the people who reversed didn't get their food, but the other girl that they crashed into had made a mobile order, so she just got back in the line. She's like, hey.
All that for a mobile order? Oh, no.
And I was like, oh, this poor girl.
If only she chose to pick up in the store.
Yeah, seriously. But, yeah, that was fucking stupid. And and then later that day, there was I was in the kitchen, so nothing was going on really. We got like 6-7 people at 4:00, so we were like fully staffed. We were all good for the dinner rush and everything. And then like a little bit into like 4:00, there was like a standstill in the drive-thru, and I was like, what's going on? Max was in the back window taking cash and orders, and she's like, yeah, there's something going on in my lane because it's not working and nobody's going through it, but like nobody's coming through the drive-thru right now. And there was a semi-truck that was trying to deliver, I think, a new safe to us, but decided to go try to make this little itty-bitty space between the outside order taking area and there's like a little thing that you can drive around if you're not trying to get an order.
Yeah.
This is a semi-truck, though.
Right.
And
I played American Truck Simulator, yeah.
Yeah. You know how, the drive-thrus have like a height limit thing?
No, yeah.
Yeah, so this truck, its trailer scraped with the drive-thru thing, the height limit thing, and like created a giant hole in the side of the trailer.
Oh my God.
And like broke the camera on the thing, on the order taking thing, and they were like, yeah, we're shutting down the drive-thru for right now. So they had like, there was a cop who came through, a tow service came through, and they managed to get it out without having to tow it or anything. Yeah. But the drive-thru was down for like an hour, and people had to go through inside and everything, and it was just like everyone was confused. But I didn't see it until it finally came around, and just like the giant hole across the top of the trailer. I was like, oh my fucking God,
that's insane.
Somebody's getting fucking fired, dude.
Yeah, I feel like, I mean, it's hard to describe the layout, because I feel like the layout of your McDonald's is more cramped than most McDonald's. I feel like it's even crazy just bringing a semi-truck into there. Like, I don't know how big this safe is, but like maybe a mail truck or something, or like something like of that sort would be more appropriate for that drive-through.
Yeah, a small delivery truck, like an Amazon sized truck, could have made it, and it would have made sense even. Yeah, but it was a full semi truck.
Yeah, that's insane for that parking lot.
Yeah.
Once again, I played American Truck Driver Simulator, so I know what I'm talking about. Yeah, but like I can't.
You're a professional truck driver,
right? Yeah, making those types of turns in that parking lot sounds like hell. So.
No, yeah, I have no idea what the fuck they were thinking.
Yeah,
and they're probably out of a job, but
probably, yeah,
that sucks. But you get what you deserve sometimes.
Yeah.
And then there was there's a new BTS Happy Meal at McDonald's. It's weird that it's a Happy Meal because like what 5-year-old is like I want Jungkook,
Also, I feel like BTS aren't they like on hold for military services right now?
They're back together now.
Are they? Okay.
Yeah. But it's like happy, like they had like a BTS meal a few years ago.
Right. Yeah, I remember
like
that.
Sauce and whatever.
Yeah.
And that made more sense. But like a Happy Meal, it's like you're getting all like the BTS army is going through and getting their Happy Meals, and it's like it's funny to imagine. A dad coming in and is like, hey, my daughter has like 5 Jimmins. Do you have a Jungkook? It's like, it's like, why the fuck? Because like the last Happy Meal was these cool Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Hello Kitty crossover things.
Yeah.
And that makes sense for a Happy Meal.
Yeah.
But this is BTS.
When you say like are they like little figurines of each of them? Okay,
yeah.
Gotcha.
So it's like they're cute and like you might not like they're a Korean boy band. And it's just like, oh, they're just cute little guys from something.
Cute little Asian guys. Yeah.
But it's just like, why a Happy Meal?
I think I saw the poster or whatever for that, either at your place or the McDonald's I went to before coming here. But I guess I just assumed it was K-pop Demon Hunters because I know that's the big thing right now. That would
have made a lot of sense.
It would have, yeah.
And that's a good movie.
Yeah,
and it's suited towards kids,
right?
But BTS, I don't think they are. And there's also like a promotion going on. There's like a special gold sauce, and it's and there's a song in K-pop Demon Hunters called Golden. And that would have.
This all sounds like it was supposed to be K-pop Demon Hunters, and then like something happened with the rights.
It's very possible, but it's just like that crossover that can't be a coincidence. Like that should have been a thing,
right?
But yeah, I just thought that was silly. And then I didn't do a whole lot else. Just I listened to one album. I listened to Racing to Mount Pleasant.
Oh, Racing Mount Pleasant.
Racing Mount Pleasant.
Nice.
Which I've been meaning to listen to since Mike had talked about it. But it was really good. I really, really enjoyed it. It's definitely up there for albums I've listened to this year. But when I was listening to it, it was like, obviously there's that Black Country New Road influence in there. But like listening to that and the lyrics, it felt like, to me, it was like Waiting to Spill by the Backseat Lovers and Ants From Up There Had a Baby.
Yeah.
A little bit to me.
That. Yeah.
And it's just like, it's a match made in heaven, really. It's really fucking good. And I love a lot of the songwriting. And that saxophone I'm a real sucker for.
I just watched a live performance of, like, it was like a tiny desk submission that they did. And I think they have 2 saxophonists.
Oh, really?
Which is crazy.
Yeah, that is nice.
Yeah.
But the saxophones go off.
Oh,
I really love when saxophones go into like a rock setting. It just works so well for some reason. And it's like, it also reminded me a lot of, for the first time, the first Black Country New Road record, just because it's more like rock heavy.
I guess so, yeah.
But it's really good. I'll definitely be listening to it again, and I feel like once it gets colder out, it's definitely going to hit more as well.
Yeah, I can see that.
But great album. Thanks for introducing it.
Of course, yeah. I got that to you pronto. Well, in terms of podcast terms. If we weren't doing the podcast, I probably would have sent it to you like 3 days earlier. But
sure. But and then I don't remember if I had talked about it, but we got the apartment complex got new internet, and it was real bad. And like I think. Yeah, my computer could disconnect to it from last week.
Yeah, I remember that.
For a second. But Ricky, they had like a Google Home thing or whatever that's like a Wi-Fi extender just lying around. They're like, here, you can try this, and this is doing the trick. I'll tell you what. So
Let's
the
go.
Wi-Fi it's much better this week.
Hell yeah.
Max can play Fortnite without getting kicked.
That's all that matters.
And I can play Marvel Rivals, which I couldn't play without it. So you know, it's great. New Marvel Rivals season coming next week, and Daredevil's gonna be in it, and I'm so excited because that's my goat, baby.
You play as Daredevil, your whole screen just goes black.
It's playing on hard mode, but it's worth it. You buy skins, you can't even see them. But you know, other than that, watched a couple movies as well. Max and I had been talking about watching Midsummer because I had only seen it once, and she got in the mood for it because we watched Thunderbolts and Florence Pugh was in it. So she was like, "Okay, well, Midsummer," and I was like, "Okay." We watched that, and it's still very good. Like I said, I had only watched it once after it came to streaming the year it came out, which was 2019, which is wild. But Ari Aster is fucking nuts, dude. He made Hereditary and that. Yeah. And Beau is Afraid, which I've yet to see, but I've heard it's nuts.
Yeah, I've heard that one's particularly weird.
Yeah. But it's very good.
Yeah.
There are a lot of actors in there that I forgot were in there, like Will Poulter, who he was in the third Guardians of the Galaxy movie, is Adam Warlock. He's in The Bear.
He's in The Bear? I didn't know that.
He's really good in that as well. But great movie. I mean, it's one of those big ones from A24. So if you haven't seen it, I'd go watch it.
That's one I need to see. I mean, I only watched Hereditary this year, I think. So at some point, I will watch that one. That's on the list for sure.
It's a good one.
Yeah. Drew.
Yeah. Hey guy. But then we went to hang out with Ricky and Ashley yesterday, and we were like, oh, let's watch some horror movies and you know, just hang out. And we only watched one movie, but we watched The Nun, which is a spin-off movie from the Conjuring series, and it was bad. It was very boring, and the dialogue was very just I don't know, pretty bad. Yeah, like it's a period piece in in the 1950s or something, and it's based off a true story, which all of those are. But you know, no, it's not. You know, there were some cool visuals and stuff. Valak, the main demon, was like a cool looking, scary nun, but otherwise it was just kind of very boring. Luckily, it was only like an hour and a half, so didn't have to sit through too much of it. But you know, you get what you get when you go for a Conjuring spin-off movie, I guess. Yeah. The mainline Conjurings are pretty good. The first two especially are well made and genuinely scary at times. The third one not so much, but the fourth one's coming out soon. So yeah, we'll see.
I think it did come out. I saw a bunch of people reviewing it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, yeah, I think. Oh, yeah, I do. I think Emily said she was going to see it alone today or something. That. Yeah. But yeah. Other than that, just work and gaming and stuff. Played a little bit of Baldur's Gate with Ricky before you came down. Yeah. Earlier, which was fun, but
that's one I need to play too. I definitely need to be employed before I play that one. But sure, yes, I do want to play that.
I'd play it with you if you wanted to do co-op.
Yeah, I mean, I've also had the urges of because Vanessa's sending a whole bunch of stuff about RuneScape. Like she just got her first 99 in RuneScape, and is doing a whole bunch of stuff, and I'm like, I'm having the urge. I'm like, I need a job. I need a job first. I can't do this when I'm unemployed, or else I will never be employed.
You can make Let's Plays and be employed that way.
RuneScape Let's Plays? Yeah. I mean, it is a chill game. I don't know.
You can stream.
See, the thing about... well, it would almost have to be streaming, because RuneScape isn't really a Let's Playable game. Yeah. Most of it's you doing the same thing over and over and over again, and you're like, level! Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm getting my next level in 5 hours. Woo!
See you guys then.
Yeah, POV mining. Yes. Yeah.
Get a job first.
Yes. Yep. Before my unemployed job. Yes. And second job.
Yes. But yeah, that's basically my week. Just other than MCR, which I'll talk about.
Yeah.
But album roundup for August
for the
2025.
Yes.
I have to count how many I have here.
I have quite a few.
I think I have a good amount, but probably not as much as you.
I think I have 12. Yeah. I will be quick with my descriptions on a few of them.
It's probably easier if I look at my Spotify. Give me one sec. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, yeah, 5, 6, 7, 6, 7, 8. 9, 10.
Damn.
I think I have 10.
You got 10?
I think so.
All right.
Pretty even. Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
I think. Did Jid come out in August?
Yes.
August 8th. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I have 10.
Cool.
Yeah. All right. Well, you can.
Yeah, I can start. So the first thing I listened to, wait, Jid did. Oh yes, I did. Never mind. The first thing I listened to, be very quick. It was one of the. It was the most streamed thing or reviewed thing of that week. Was "Dangerous Summer" by Yeet. I don't care for it. It's fine. It's not really my style. Apparently this is a good Yeet album, and I'm like, all right, cool. That's not my thing. And I gave it a decent 6. I really don't have much to say about it.
That works out.
Yeah.
I believe the first thing I listened to was, I forget the name of it already, Bite Me by Renee Rapp.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it came out on the 1st.
Yeah, because I remember you talking about that one, but it wasn't part of your
I only gave it one listen. It's, from what I remember, it's fine. I like her voice. She kind of does the sexual stuff, the overly sexual stuff that like Sabrina does, but like it's not in like a funny way as much. It's I had a good time with it. I haven't revisited it, like I said, but there's some okay stuff on here. Some of the ones that I liked were "Why Is She Still Here," "Good Girl," "Kiss It, Kiss It," "At Least I'm Hot," and "That's So Funny." Like I said, I haven't listened to it again, but I'd probably give it like a strong 6, maybe. Okay. Yeah.
Cool. Next thing I listened to was "Surface Tension" by Dev Lemons. Dev Lemons, her debut album apparently, but it was, I believe, like 20 minutes long. I'm not looking at my phone and not talking. I'm just trying to look up the album. It was a few tracks long. Yeah, it's 21 minutes long. And it was fine. She was on a really good hot streak last year with Freak Show, Why Did I Laugh Anyway, and Give Mama a Hug. Those were 3 singles that she released in a row that were all like fantastic and like had me really excited for where she was going. And then these ones are just like, okay, this kind of just feels like same old with Dev Lemons, which like it's fine, but I think she has a lot more potential to do something more interesting than the stuff she's on. I did like the closer on this one though, called "Nothing Changes." But overall, I think I gave this one a strong 6. I want to say so. Decent strong 6 somewhere in there.
Nice.
Yeah.
Next thing I listened to technically before it was put into an album last week was "Ego Death at a Bachelorette Party" by Hayley Williams when it was all singles.
Yeah.
And I haven't re-listened to all of it. I was kind of going through it yesterday throughout the day, just trying to get through remember the songs and everything. And it's it's good. I love Hayley Williams. She's got a great voice. Some of the songs are very Paramore-esque, just of course.
I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah. But she's got her own air about her when she does her solo stuff that I like a lot. A lot of mental health stuff on here, relationship stuff. The Ego Death at a Bachelorette Party, the song is really good on there, as well as True Believer, which has those lines about the South and like how it sucks and it's bad and racist.
Makes sense.
But there's some fun stuff on here. I really like it. It's got really high marks on Album of the Year from what I saw. Again, it's something that I have to listen all through again, but I did like it quite a bit. Some of my favorites were the ones that I mentioned. I also liked Glum, Mirtazapine, and Blood Bros I remember liking. But
it seems like a title of one of our episodes.
Yeah, seriously. But on first listen, before it was put into a single and all the songs were put in the order that she wanted them in, I'd give it like a light 8 before going back into it.
Cool.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Next thing I listened to was Ethel Cain, Preacher's Daughter. I still have yet to listen to Willoughby Tucker, which came out I think this month. Maybe. Yeah. I will listen to that at some point. But I listened to this one first, just to get myself prepared for it. Yeah, I mean it's a great record. I can see why people have been talking about it so fondly over the last few years it's been out. And a lot of cool genre differences all throughout the track list. I really like how it progresses naturally. And I think she has a really good ear for like slow builds and stuff as well, which makes it a really satisfying record to listen to, and a dark record to read along to. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I wouldn't say I think it's like amazing like a lot of people do, but I do think it's very, very good. Some of my favorites on there are House in Nebraska, Family Tree, Thoroughfare, track 9, Ptolemy.
Ptolemy?
Ptolemy?
It's Ptolemy, yeah.
Ptolemy? Okay, thank you.
I think I thought it was a book in the Bible. But
maybe in the Catholic Bible, I don't know.
I don't know.
And then Strangers as well. And overall, I gave it a strong 8. I think it's very good.
Yeah, that's a good record.
Yeah.
And then speaking of Ethel, the next thing I listened to was Willoughby Tucker, I'll Always Love You by Ethel Cain. I don't think I like it as much as Preacher's Daughter, but it does that good storytelling and build stuff, as Mike was talking about. She's got a great voice on her. It's another one that I need to re-listen to. There's been a couple songs that I've revisited, like this first song, I think it's called Janie. It's a good record, and I like it a lot. I think she's got a great voice and a real knack for those kind of slow build songs, like Mike was saying.
Yeah.
But it's it's a good vibe. It's sad. It's the lyrics are crazy. She's a really good storyteller. And it's one that I'll have to read the lyrics along to the next time I check it out, because it's same with Preacher's Daughter, because I haven't really done that either. But it is a good one, and I'll some of my favorites. I have to look at the track list. It's weird not having my phone.
Yeah.
But Janie, like I mentioned, Fuck Me Eyes, Nettles, those were the singles. Are good. Fuck Me Eyes.
Yeah, I know. I'll never unsee that.
A Knock at the Door and Waco, Texas were all very good. Waco, Texas is a 15-minute song at the end of the record, and it honestly, from what I remember, doesn't really lose its steam at all.
Sick.
For me. But again, that's a record that I have to revisit. And I think I gave it a... I also have a convenient album of the year.
Yeah, this is usually what I look at when I'm trying to recap what albums I need.
I give it a solid 8.
Cool.
So, yeah.
Cool. All right, next thing I listened to was God Does Like Ugly by Jid, new Jid record. And I think it's good. I do enjoy it quite a bit. I do kind of find myself a little disappointed by it, just because I don't think it's like at the same level as Forever Story. Like, obviously really hard to get to that level twice in a row as an artist, but I do think it like feels like significantly enough away from it where I'm like, it's good, I like it. But it is good, and there's great tracks on it, but it's kind of interspersed with some tracks that I don't really love as much either. But some of my favorites on there are Community with Clips. I remember liking For Keeps, The Closer. I remember liking Of Blue, and I think I did like Glory quite a bit too. I know that's the one you had your song of the week, but I think I would also agree with that. But there's also some low lights and stuff on it too, and I think the production as a whole is a little more safe than I wish it was. I wish it felt as creative as Forever Stories type stuff, but still pretty good though, and I'd probably give it like a strong 7 or so.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's the next album I listened to as well. God Does Like Ugly by Jid. And unfortunately, I just haven't felt the want or need to return to this record nearly as much or at all compared to the Forever Story. and I know it sucks to like compare two albums like that, but when an album is as good as the Forever Story is, it's kind of hard to listen to this and go, what, like what happened? Like, he wanted to go with a different thing. He changed up the production in a safer way. Like Mike said, it's just not as fun or as engaging to listen to for me. Unfortunately, it is still good. I like a lot of it. His flow is still
the rapping is great.
It's just a lot of the stuff just didn't nearly hit as much for me, unfortunately. And I will end up returning to it, whether it's soon or for my listens through at the end of the year.
Someone's car?
It sure is.
Holy shit.
This happens every day.
How are your ears still working? That's crazy.
But I like it. Again, I'll have to revisit it. But I also like Glory. What's the one with clips on it as well? Community. Yeah, that one's good.
Great show.
It is. I think I liked And We Vibing, Nobu, and Wholeheartedly as well. It's another one that I'll have to revisit, but I also gave it a strong 7 as of right now. Cool.
Next thing I listened to, I don't have as much to say about. It's Joey Valence and Bray released a new record called Hyper Youth. I've talked about Joey Valence and Bray a few times. I think they're just really not for me. They have a very specific style of like nerdy rap type things, which like is cool in one breath, but in another breath, like I think they're kind of corny throughout the whole time, like making just very overt nerdy pop culture references over like these hard ass beats and stuff like that. It just, for me, it doesn't quite meld together. But in their defense, they do switch it up a little bit on here, and the things are a little bit more electronic based in places, a little more dancey. And I think it works sometimes, but other times it really doesn't work for me. But there is a song on here called Live Right that kind of changes their formula altogether, and I enjoyed it quite a bit. And I like that track a lot. But overall, it's just, they're just not really for me, I don't think. But a lot of people do love their stuff. I do think it's actually something you should try giving a shot to as well.
Is a fair comparison to them is like Viagra Boys adjacent? Or is it just like
not weird? Really, because like Viagra Boys is like they're weird, like in your face. This is more just like they're nerdy in your face. But I understand why people like them. I just think it's not really my thing. But I like Live Right. But overall, I'd give it like a strong 6. It's not my forte.
Yeah, we were shuffling through some of Ricky's music yesterday while we were playing a board game, and one of their that's their big song that.
The baddest?
Hit you with the punk.
Punk Tactics. Yeah, I really do like Punk Tactics. Yeah, that's one of my favorites by them.
And I've heard that at other points on like TikTok and stuff. Yeah. But like listening through it, I really enjoyed the song. So I might enjoy them.
Yeah, I do like that track. But yeah.
Cool. Next thing I listened to was Hypochondriac by BrokeN. It's another one that I only listened to once, but I did enjoy it after Mike had what was it?
I did 5G, I believe.
Was it 5G or was it?
I did Deepfake a long time ago.
Was it CBD?
Oh, it was CBD. You're right. It was CBD.
Yeah. After Mike had that as a song of the week with the episode we had Vince on, I was like, I might have to check that out, and I'm glad I did because it's some good stuff. It's like kind of that it's like dark Porter Robinson.
Yeah, in a way. Yeah, super depressed Porter Robinson. Yeah.
And it hit. The vibe hits, and it's like really fun. It's got that like glitch pop kind of stuff, and I really like that edit style, the production style a lot. His voice is very nice throughout, very deep. And there was some rap verses on here that were pretty good as well. But it's one that I'll have to revisit. But the ones that I did like were CBD, Deepfake, Caffeine, Intellectual Good, Agreed, and Argyle. And did I review it on Album of the Year? I don't remember. But
I don't know.
I don't think I did. But I'd probably give it like a strong 7.
Cool. Yeah. Next thing I listened to was also BrokeN's, but it was Punk 2, his first record. And I think it's cool. I think it has a lot of the beginnings of some of the cooler sounds we hear on Hypochondriac. But it's all kind of a little watered down, and he's very young on this first album too. like we discussed a couple weeks ago, I think he's like a year younger than us or something like that. That's scary. But he is very young and a little immature. I mean, so are some of the lyrics on Hypochondriac as well.
Yeah.
But I do think it was a fun record that had its moments on it. I didn't really rate the individual tracks, but I remember liking Dropout quite a bit. And I think Rosier Punk 2 was a good one as well. Yeah, I give it like a light 7. I think it's a good beginning, but it's not quite my thing.
Okay.
But, yeah.
Yeah. And then next thing I listened to was A Matter of Time by Leve. And I've been playing this pretty consistently since it came out, and I really like it. I don't think it's as good as Bewitched is. Her last record is very good, and overhated by Mr. Fantano.
Yeah.
But her voice is just as good in this one. I like a lot of the lyrics and songwriting throughout on A Matter of Time. It's just, like I said, not as strong as Bewitched. Some of the songs do get kind of like in the poppier area, like you said when we were talking about it before, like Castle in Hollywood and stuff like that. I'd still like those songs, but they are a bit more like in the Taylor Swift area of things, which is okay, and there's nothing wrong with Taylor Swift, but it's Leve, and I kind of want more of like that of just her own style when it comes to her music. But the production's cool. I love that kind of like I don't even crooner type. I've said it as crooner type stuff before, but just like the ballroom stuff that she does is just really nice. Her voice is great, and I said it when we first talked about it, but this feels very much like a wintry album, and I feel like it's gonna hit like that, like really well in that time of year. So listening to it when it was still hot out a couple weeks ago was like a little weird. But it's still great. I really like it. It's it stayed pretty solidly where I have it originally rated, which is a strong 8. So
cool.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Next thing I listened to was Racing Mount Pleasant by Racing Mount Pleasant. Colin talked about it a little bit already, but I love this album. It's up there in my favorites of the year for sure. I think it takes those Ants From Up There influences and just like makes it into its own thing. And it comes out with some tracks that I think are just as good as some of the biggest highlights on Ants From Up There, which is huge praise. I absolutely love that record. And they do so well on here. I love how colorful and lush it is, but also how kind of subdued it is as well. I think it has a great flow from the beginning to the end as well. Unfortunately, I do think there are a few tracks that don't carry the weight as much as some of the others on here. So that's why I don't think it's like in the hundreds range. But like there's songs on here that are absolutely crazy. I love the opener, Your New Place. Emily, which I had Song of the Week, I think is incredible as well. And Call It Easy, I think, is another really, really good one on here. Same with Racing Mount Pleasant, and also You, the first You, I really enjoyed too. It's a really, really fantastic album, and I'd say if you like Answer Up There or Black Country New Road type stuff, definitely check it out. I think it's well worth the listen. And I have it at like a light 9. So
I won't talk about this album in my full review until next month because I listened to it this week. But they do one of my favorite things that old bands really did, but it's song name is name of album, which is name of band. Which I love that trend, and I haven't seen anybody do it in a long time, and it's just really cool to see that again. I just like that little thing that they do. Next thing I listen to, if I'm melding Quadeca into one, I have 9, but I'll just do that. I listened to Quadeca's first 2 albums, Voice Memos and From Me to You, for our artist analysis, which you can go check out the full review for on that episode. But from Voice Memos, not good. Not great. Kind of a weird start, but like I said, you gotta start somewhere. It gets better though with From Me to You, some really good stuff on there, and some a little bit of some sneak peeks at what's to come with the next album he released. With I didn't mean to haunt you. It's first 2 records got to start somewhere with the first one. The second one I liked quite a bit. But if you want to check out those full reviews, that artist analysis was last episode, so go check that out. But they were good. Good artist analysis in general.
Yes, please go check that out. Next thing I listened to was A Matter of Time by Leve. And I have softened a little bit on this. I remember I was pretty disappointed on my first listen, but I think I was also having a shitty day of work and listened to that right afterwards. And also, like you said, it didn't really fit with like the summer vibes and stuff like that. You know, I've softened on it a little bit. And I think some tracks have really grown on me on there. And I think, you know, I also don't think it lives up to Bewitched quite. But it's pretty good. I enjoy it, and I think there's some great highlights on there. Like Lover Girl, I think is great. I like Silver Lining. I think grew on me a lot in the context of the album as well. Just great vocals on that one. Forget Me Not, I think, is a good one. Same with Mr. Eclectic and Clean Air. I think those are both really fun spins on her sound. Still not loving The Closer. I don't think Sabotage is quite my thing. But you know, I think the record as a whole is pretty good. That's and I'd probably give it like a strong 7. Originally it was like a light 7, so you know.
I'm glad it grew on you.
It grew on me a little bit.
Next thing I listened to was Private Music by Deftones, which, you know, I mentioned it last week, but this is the third project I've listened to by them, and it's you know, it's cool to, you know, if I have an itch to, you know, listen to that type of music, I know if I'm going to go pick out a new Deftones album or return to the ones that I listen to, it's going to be fairly consistent, and it's all going to sound pretty good. It's just that good punky rock that's like, you know, it's kind of nu metal in a way, but like not in like the not in a Fred Durst Limp Bizkit style, but but in a way that like dark Linkin Park, if you but it's good, and I like it. It's something that I'm gonna have to return to, but it's on first couple listens I liked it quite a bit. Some of my favorites on that one were My Mind Is a Mountain, CXZ, Milk of the Madonna, and Departing the Body. I think I liked quite a bit. It's a good record, though. I have it at a when I click on the record, a solid 8.
Cool. Alrighty. All right, I'm good. Baby, what's my voice doing? All right, we're fine. Next thing I listened to was Free by Kid Cudi. Kid Cudi made like a punk rock album, or no, more like alternative rock type album, and I think it's fine. I really don't have much to say on it at all. It's just Kid Cudi's not really my thing, but I think the record's okay. It has some bad songs on it, but it also has some decent songs, and I liked The Closer, Saltwater, but I gave it a strong 6. Yeah, it's not bad, but
it's better than a good few of the Cudi records.
Right? Yeah, that was my opening line on here. It's better than the last time Kid Cudi attempted a rock album. So yeah. That was sad. Speaking of which, Beavis and Butthead are in Fortnite.
Yeah,
now,
welcome to Fortnite, Beavis and Butthead. Yeah, that's one of the albums that I'm glad that I don't remember very well.
Yeah.
But
despite it being like an hour and a half long or something.
Jesus. My next album was I think it's my last one, I believe. A Man's Best Friend by Sabrina Carpenter. I haven't returned to this one, but you know, Max has been listening to it, so I've been hearing some of this stuff off of it, and I'm pretty consistent with what Mike thinks of it. It's pretty just fine. Yeah, it's more of the same from Short and Sweet, but it doesn't have anything on it that I feel is going to get to the same level as anything off of any of the big hits off of Short and Sweet. I mean, Manchild got big, but there's nothing like that's going to be another espresso for her on this one, which is completely fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But you know, there's just like missing some oomph, I think, throughout it. Like Mike was saying, it's got like the like overtly sexual kind of stuff that's like, you know, it's fine and it's funny at times, But it's kind of like like Mike said, I'm just gonna keep stealing what you said.
One
trick pony, and it's it's just fine. And there's not much on it that I would really return to. I liked Tears, and there were a couple other things that I didn't like the album. Fuck.
You said it was fine. You said.
I liked Tears. I liked Manchild. I think I liked House Tour and When Did You Get Hot, I believe, if I liked those ones. But, as a whole, it's just fine, and I give it like a light 6.
Yeah. Next thing I listened to was Deftones' Private Music. My first Deftones record. I only listened to it once, mainly because I think that was Artist Analysis Week. But I enjoyed it. I thought it was good. And, excuse you. And, I'm interested in checking out more Deftones at some point. And I think this one made me understand their formula a little bit more, like hearing a whole album and like fully paying attention to it. Yeah. I don't really have too much to say other than I enjoyed it. I thought it was good, and I gave it a light 8. So, yeah. And you said you were all done?
I think so, yeah.
Cool. So my next one is Voice Notes by Quadeca. Not good. We ended up giving him both ended up giving him a strong 8 at the end of his 4 or 5 album with a mixtape. Artist Analysis, this being one of the 5. Yeah. And this album, I think it should speak how good the rest of them are that he got the strong 8. Yeah. I'd give this a strong 4. It's not very good. Very of its time, maybe. I think it wasn't even good then. But anyways, and then after that, I listened to Sabrina Carpenter, Man's Best Friend. Everything that Colin said that I said still stands here. I'd also give it a light 6. I enjoyed Tears, and I also wanted to shout out, what was it, House Tour. I liked House Tour as well, and the When Did You Get Hot. I enjoyed those. But
if it's for you, it's for you. That's great. I'm happy for you. But, there's nothing on it that's mind blowing to either of us. It seems so. Yeah. Yeah. Is that all for you?
That's all for me.
All right. Cool.
I guess we could do a couple music news things for a little bit of a longer episode. That's okay. Radiohead, they're going on tour officially. They're touring Europe. Not coming to the U.S. So all those 21 Pilots fans that I made fun of, I don't think I made fun of them, but the European 21 Pilots fans who can't see shows, I feel your pain now.
Yeah, you can rub this in our face.
Yeah, you European 21 Pilots fans that are also Radiohead fans.
I feel like there's
actually, I was gonna say that's probably more common in Europe than outside of Europe. But they're going on tour. I think it was their bassist did an interview, and he said that they aren't planning on doing any new songs, but they have like 70 songs that they're going to be rotating through. Apparently the way they do their shows to this day is like they just kind of decide on the spot, like, let's do Mixomatosis or whatever, and then figure out what they want to play like on the spot, pretty much, which I think that's cool as fuck. That's they're going back, and some of the proceeds for every ticket are going to a cause. I don't think it directly goes to Gaza, but like Gaza's under some of the stuff that like it covers
for humanity or something like that.
Something in that sort. But like it is something that like I think clearly supports Gaza.
Okay.
So that's it's cool. Like that's cool. That's good to hear.
Tom had to do some damage control.
Yeah, Tom and Johnny. But obviously that stuff is whatever. But obviously it's not whatever.
Run it back.
Run it back. In terms of like the music and Radiohead's impact on stuff like outside of that, but I think that's kind of cool that some of that stuff's going there. But yeah, Radiohead on tour. Yeah, hopefully Mr. Brightside does not get this video.
I don't think you can hear it, but
probably not too well.
Mr. Brightside by the Killers is playing at the football stadium. So sick.
Start off with a kiss, just like Colin and I's relationship.
Exactly.
But,
we'll tell that story one day.
Yeah, one day on the Patreon. Also, Tame Impala is coming out with a new album called Deadbeat, coming out October 1st, so in a few weeks here. And the Artist Analyses veterans keep returning. They keep coming back.
Honestly, I think I'm gonna look back at my.
I've been meaning to count them up.
But... predictions for this year.
Oh yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure that I had.
You said Tame Impala. You might have. I don't quite remember. I've been meaning to look back at some of those prediction episodes just to see how much of a dumbass / fortune teller we are, figuring out which is which.
Yeah. Let's see. I had Joe, which happened. Lucy Dacus, which happened. Jid, which happened.
MCR, not yet. I see MCR, please God.
Tame Impala, John Bellion, Car Seat Headrest. So I've had a lot of things come true. Yeah, so
that's true.
I'm MCR. Come on, baby.
Yeah. But yeah, that's coming out. Yeah, I came out with a single called "Loser." I haven't listened to it. Okay, I've heard it's good.
Yeah, Joe Keery's in the music video.
I did see that as well. But
yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah. I'm excited for that one. See how it is. I didn't super love the first single he released at the end of summer, I believe. It was kind of dancey, which wasn't what I was expecting from Tame Impala. So I might just have to re-listen to it to see if I've changed my mind. But you know. Excited for the record. It's also just a picture of him, and I assume his kid or something.
I think so.
Which is strange for him because usually his album covers art pieces.
Yeah.
So
I still think it's a cool album cover.
Yeah. For sure. But it's different for him. But it'll be cool. Or them. Sorry. Or him. Did you know Tame Impala was one guy?
You're shitting me. You're pulling my leg. Stop yanking my chain. But yes, there's that. Yeah. Sorry, I hope you don't mind me overtaking.
No, you go.
Here. The Last Dinner Party came out with another single called "The Scythe." I thought it was pretty good. I'm interested in that. I think that record's coming up in the next couple weeks too. Yeah. So I'm interested in that. I haven't loved these singles as much as I've loved the first record stuff, but it also might grow on me. I don't know. We'll see. And then Man Made Sunshine released a new single, Mr. Connor from Nothing But Thieves. His first solo single since 2022. I
think so.
Something like that. And it's called Love Wins Forever. I thought it was pretty good. It's all right. I think the instrumentation's a little boring, but the vocals are great as always, and I remember liking the lyrics on it quite a bit too. Yeah. I
knew he was coming out with stuff. I saw teasing and everything, but I didn't see they released a single, so I'm gonna have to check that out.
Yeah.
One other thing that you didn't mention, Justin Bieber released Swag 2.
Let's go. We've been waiting for this sequel.
Which I think is just a deluxe of Swag, but it's 40 songs now or something.
Oh my fucking God.
So sick, dude.
That's awesome.
That's awesome. And if you're listening to that, I'm sorry, but you chose that. Yeah, that's something for sure. And also Big Thief released a new album.
Yes, which I will probably talk about next week, most likely. Oh my God, yeah. It's 2 hours and 11 minutes long, and it's 44 songs.
44 songs. Jesus fuck. No album needs to be that long.
I'm surprised it's 44 songs long and it's over, it's into yellow. Yeah, that's album of the year right now.
Maybe it made the first version better. It's not clocking to you that I'm standing out of business.
Yeah.
But that's right. I don't have any other music news other than that. Another news, Trump is still alive, unfortunately.
Damn.
And then Superman 2 got announced, Man of Tomorrow.
Okay.
It's coming out July 2027, which is super cool. Yeah. 2027 is going to be a big year for superheroes. You got the third Spider-Verse. You got the second Superman, the Batman, and the Avengers movie after Doomsday.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah, the third Spider-Verse movie, which was supposed to come out last year.
Yeah. Yeah, it was supposed to come out like the year after the second one.
Yeah.
But they were like, yeah, we can't actually do that. So
that's
it got
insane.
delayed until 2027.
I'm hoping that's a good thing.
I really hope so.
Yeah.
If they pull this off, it could be like the best superhero trilogy of all time.
Yeah, for sure.
But that's super cool. I'm very excited for the Batman 2.
Yes, me as well.
I love that Robert Pattinson, the first one.
Pat.
And people in the movie have been getting access and reading the script for it. So, it's getting a move on. It's going to start filming next year at some point as well.
Sick.
I also saw that the God of War series for Amazon Prime is starting to film in March, which is super cool. Hopefully that's good.
Hopefully.
Corey Barlog, who wrote and directed or one or the other of the two newest God of War games, is working closely with them. So hopefully that means a good thing. But that's pretty cool. And yeah. But you want to talk about MCR first? You want to talk about Preach?
I don't know. I guess you could do MCR first.
Okay.
Yeah.
As I alluded to at the beginning of this episode, I saw My Chemical Romance last Friday after the pod. I left later than I had really thought I was going to, but I left around 1. And when I had checked Google Maps the night before, it said it was going to be like a 2-hour flat drive. I was like, perfect. It'll be fine. It'll be cool. I'll get there like 3, maybe 3:30 if the traffic's bad. And then I got on the road, and it took me like 3 hours to get there from here. Which, it's cool. It's usually like a 2.5-hour drive. But I checked it like late at night when there's no traffic, and it was like, that's why.
Yeah.
But, the construction on the way there, woof, not good. Illinois has a knack and a stigma, stereotype
for being
like just the highways. There's two seasons: construction season and winter. And boy, construction season is hitting hard still. They're trying to get it done with before it gets too cold, I guess. But I was in standstill traffic like 3 times.
Wow.
On the way there. And I've never really been on standstill traffic on the highway, just in the middle of nowhere like that. And it was rough, dude. I'll tell you what. One of the times where it was going real slow, there was like a Camaro or something behind me that was like keeping its distance, but it was doing like a swerving kind of thing. Just like,
driving with style.
Super cool, dude. Drive wasn't too bad though. I started having to pee about 2 hours in, so I made it to the parking garage, and I was like, "There's a bottle. I don't really have anything to cover myself. I'm not gonna take that risk." So I was like, "There's a Walgreens down the street. I'll walk there, see if they have a bathroom, because some of them do." And I was on my way to Walgreens, and this old black man with like 3 teeth, he stopped me and he was like, "Hey, what do you know about meatloaf?"
That's right.
And I said, "The artist or the food?" And he said, "Both." I was like both pretty good, man. I don't know, and I don't think he was expecting me to say or the artist. And I think he got a kick out of that because he started laughing after I answered. But good first interaction for being in Chicago alone for the first time. That was fun. Walked to Walgreens, no bathroom, but there was a Target that was like back across the street over a bridge and stuff, and I was like, I gotta go. I'm not gonna wait in a line at Soldier Field for hours before while having to pee as bad as I do. So I had to go to the Target, and it was the Target. It had an escalator, which is pretty cool. But and I made my trek over to Soldier Field. It was a nice walk. The weather was pretty perfect. It was nice and sunny, but it wasn't hot. It was nice and cool. Walked near the Field Museum, because Soldier Field is all by the Field Museum, the Shed, and the Planetarium, all over in that area. So it was, I haven't been in that area in a long time, because my mom used to take us to the museums and stuff during the summer, just to have some days to have activities for. But it was cool to walk over there. Lots of like police, guiding traffic and making sure people got there all
Probably
right.
happens at all events.
Yeah. I assume, but it was it was a nice walk. Wasn't too bad. It took me like 25 minutes, maybe a half hour to get there.
It's not terrible.
No. And then, you know, I get there, and getting there and seeing the amount of people there made me feel like I should have arrived the night before.
Oh gosh.
It was just an endless sea of people.
What time did you get there again?
I got to Soldier Field at around 4:45, 5 o'clock.
Okay.
With the walk and everything, and taking 3 hours to get there.
Yeah.
And everything, but you know, I got there around then, and I had to make my way all the way through Soldier Field. I was in the back of Soldier Field the way I walked, so I had to walk around it to get to where the lines were and everything. And the first line I saw, I was like, okay, I don't think that's mine, so I kept walking. There were some other people that were going to floor and GA and stuff like that, so I was like, I'll just follow these people. And I made it to this line. It was just like this mass of people, but there were kind of lines in that, so it was like, luckily there were people that worked there that were like guiding people, because that's not usually the case for concerts I've been to, really, but this is like a big one, so it makes sense. So I was like, hey, where do I go? She was like, these lines just join this end, and it's like a snake. Gotcha. I was like, okay, cool. So I got in that. The part of the line I was in was underneath a tunnel, so everybody talking was just bouncing off the walls.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, oh, this is wild. I had my AirPods, luckily, so I put those in to kind of drown out the noise a little bit. And you know, the longer I waited there, I probably only waited in line for an hour before they let us in.
So you were in that tunnel for an hour?
Kinda. Like, it started to snake a little bit, and you went out and then back in and then kind of out again.
Okay.
It was weird. Long line, though. And the longer I was in the line, the more people joined the line or, like, came and arrived and, like, didn't know where to go and got confused and didn't know what was happening. Yeah. And I was like, that's sick, dude. There was, like, no signage either. Yeah, awesome. And then, you know, we made it through. The outfits I saw were super cool. Everyone was well dressed for it and everything. A lot of cleavage I wasn't expecting. Okay. But, you know, a lot of girls who were like, just, you know, had their girls out. And I was like, you know what? Good for you, man. I'm glad you're staying cool, at least. Yeah. But, you know, went through the line, got in the venue, and it was pretty easy. Getting in and out. Like, I took all the stuff out of my pockets. I didn't get beeped by the metal detector or anything, so I just got to go through, made it in, waited in another short line to get in onto the field. But, like, you know, walking in there, it's like, jeez, this is big. Yeah. Because it's a fucking football field. But it's like, damn. And, you know, I found my spot. I wanted to be closer to B stage for when they came out, so I could be closer to that than the main show. And I was like right down the middle of both stages. There was like a yellow area on the ground that like was right down the middle. So I was like, oh, this is perfect. And I stood in one spot, and these two girls were like, why do you have to stand right there? Why? This has to this is gonna sort itself out. It has to sort itself out. And I was like, somebody was gonna stand in front of you no matter what. Yeah. You're in the pit. Somebody's gonna stand in front of you, and you're short, and that sucks, man. If you wanted to be able to see them, you should have tried to get a little closer. I know you want to be closer to B stage, right? But you know, if you had your fears about seeing the main part of the show beforehand, maybe pick a better spot. I don't know at the time. Right. Yeah. But like halfway, like a few songs into MCR, they were like, "Hey, would it inhibit your view at all if you moved a little to the right?" And I was like, "I don't know. I'll try it." But I moved a little, and the way that the place that I stand was a little elevated, so I got a better view out of it. And I was like, you know what? This is perfectly fine. Yeah. But before MCR, Devo came out, and you know, I had my qualms about them being the opener for MCR when other people got 100 Gex, Wallows, Evanescence, the Pixies. Right. I was like, why the fuck do we get Devo? Yeah. And they came out, and you know, before they came out, they started playing like ambient, like bass kind of stuff, and it was like, it shook me to my core. It was like the loudest I've ever had like a concert be. Yeah. we were talking about it earlier, but there was this Mike played a show with some people from when he was in school at this little place, and the last band that played was a very punky hard rock kind of thing, and they were super loud in this very small area.
And I asked about that because that's the loudest thing I think I've heard in terms of concerts.
And they were fairly close, but Devo was worse. I don't
which
know.
Is wild to me.
For a synth pop rock band from the 80s, I was not expecting my ears to be as strained as they were when they first came out. I had to instantly. I was like, I gotta put these AirPods in, and it helped a lot. But they were weird as fuck. They had some weird visuals, oddly sexual stuff. Like there was like a French fry that went into a donut. There was
this fucking sausage party.
It might as well have been, honestly. And then there was like this wind up toy thing that was just sex. It was just two people fucking, and I was like, what the fuck is Devo, man?
Yeah.
But they played for like 45 minutes, and they weren't bad. Like they put on a good show, and they seemed to have like a good time with it. They're all getting pretty old. But they played Whip It, and that's the only song I knew by them. But the first song they played was like called like Don't Shoot, and the chorus was like, don't shoot, I'm a man. And I don't know what that's about.
I don't know what that means.
But a lot of their stuff wasn't bad. They did like 3 outfit changes, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, especially for an opener.
There were people that were dressed up specifically for Devo at the concert, and I was like, hey man, if you're here for Devo, that's awesome. But like, what the fuck? Like there was 4 people that were dressed up in like yellow outfits, which they got into at one point in the show, and they had made their own like Whip It hats, like the cone kind of thing that they've seen Devo wear for Whip It, and it's like, you know what, that's super cool, man. But that's crazy. But then MCR, they after Devo, it was like maybe a half hour before they came out, and Black Parade started, and I ascended.
The whole thing of that show is that they did Black Parade in its entirety, right?
They go out, they come out to the end, and just go straight through the Black Parade. They do some theatrics throughout the show. Before Welcome to the Black Parade, the song, there's a segment where they have a public execution that the crowd has to vote on, and whether they die or not, and they are supposed to hand out these signs at the beginning of the show, when you like are coming in and getting your wristbands and everything. And they're just these yay or nay signs. Mine got fucked up during B stage, but you're supposed to get them when you enter the venue. They're supposed to hand them out, but they didn't hand them out until like right before MCR came out, and it was like very, very just like a lot of the sections in the top in the bowl didn't get any signs. It was very questionable on whether I was going to get one at all, because like I didn't want to move from my spot and lose it. So I was like, I'm just going to stay here and hope that they come my way. There was one guy that was standing next to me that went and got one. And he was like, oh, they gave me 2. And he was standing next to this girl, and he was like, here, you can have it, even though I was like, okay. And she took it and didn't even offer it, which was like, you already have one. First off.
She got 2 of them?
Yeah,
okay.
And I was like, dude, all right, cool. Luckily, I managed to get one. But when they came out to do, they started to do like the bit where they do the public execution, like, everybody hold up your signs and vote. And Gerard looked out and he's like, they got fucked out of signs. What happened? But he's like, I'm still seeing a lot more red, so kill them. They shoot 4 people on stage.
Sick.
And then
and it's all real.
The whole storyline is like, the Black Parade is a band being used for propaganda by this country under a dictatorship called Drog.
Yeah.
And after they died, these 2 guards on stage had like confetti cannons that they shot off and went into the crowd.
Long confetti.
Yeah, no, this is only a quarter of the stream.
Oh man.
there was somebody next to me that grabbed it, and they had the whole thing, and I kind of just grabbed it and ripped a bit off of it. I was like, you don't need the whole thing. So I got a little bit of it. Yeah. And that was a fun part. And then Welcome to the Black Parade started, and I went feral. Everybody in this crowd did. It was so loud. People were singing so loud, and it was so cool to hear that many people singing something that I hold so dearly.
Yeah, I feel like that song in particular would have been incredible to be in that
it pit. It was insane. There was for everything, honestly. I Don't Love You is after that song, and he was like, get those lights up, and I look behind me, and I'm like, holy shit. I wish I had my phone so I could show the video. But I took a video of all the lights, and it's just like looking back at that wall of people just behind you. Yeah, is like insane to see that many lights. Yeah, I mean, you see that in like a 21 Pilots show. You look behind you, and there's a lot of lights too. Mm-hmm. But this is like thousands of people. Yeah, and it's wild.
I can imagine.
And it was super cool. But it just like they did so many cool theatrics. And this is the only band that I've been to that have like rivaled a 21 Pilots show in the way that they are able to put on a show and interact with the audience and do all these cool theatrics on stage to make it such a unique experience at a concert and tell a story. It was just, it was so fucking cool. One of my favorites that they did was House of Wolves. Mm-hmm. He was like, "Where are my wolves at?" Yeah, he was like, "Oh." Oh, and everyone started going, "Oh!" And it was such a cool intro to the song. Propaganda. Honestly, yeah. And I was like, I'm rethinking myself. Yeah. But "Mama" was the best song. Yeah. It's highly regarded as one of, if not their best song in general.
Yeah, that's my favorite on the record. Yeah, I think.
Me too. And it's just, oh my god, that shit went hard, dude. The amount of theatrics they did for that song alone was fucking wild. That's when all like the fire started. They had this like this curtain that had a picture of a city on it that they had up for most of the songs up to that point, but they took it away. And for this song, it was just like a missile countdown for part of the I assume it's Drog sending missiles out. Right. But it's like, but it was just like this cool shit. And then like before he gets to the point where like the mother sing and the mama sings, he adds this new part to the song where he's like singing this dagger, but like at some shows he had like a real dagger, but at this one for some reason he had like a fish. And he was just like singing this, and it was such a cool addition to the song that's not in the actual song. And then there was this opera singer that sings the Drog national anthem at the start of the show, and he brings her out, he's like, "Marianne," and she starts singing the mama part. And then they get into it together, and it's just like all the fire starts, and it's all red, and it's just like, oh my fucking god, it's so fucking cool. Yeah, I have a lot of videos of it, but
I'm sure
it was sick, dude. And just like singing all these songs, just like singing my heart out to all these things that I've held so deep and close to myself for well over 10 years at this point. I got into the band when I was in like 5th grade.
I mean, you said, didn't you like really start getting into them like right before they broke up or something?
Yeah, it was like right around the time they broke up. Yeah. I got into it in like 5th grade in like 2012, and I think they broke up in 2013. Yeah. And it was like right after Danger Days. And it's just like this album has meant so much to me for this amount of time, and it's just so close to my heart, and it's just seeing all this live. It's like this is the best show that I've been to, and it's like wild, because like 21 Pilots, they're my favorite band, and they put on these amazing shows that like have never been rivaled before, but this one was just like somehow they did it. Yeah. And that's so fucking cool. And Sleep was great. Famous Last Words, it was so fucking good. Gerard Way gets murdered at the end of every show by a clown. But like they go through Famous Last Words, and he's like, at one point he's like, "You sing it," and that was like the loudest I heard the crowd, I think.
Yeah.
But it was just like, oh, and like from my spot I couldn't really hear as well, but like seeing videos of it, you could hear the whole fucking stadium going out,
right,
and singing it, and it's like, whew, damn, that's sick.
Someone's banging the Zed out there. Oh yeah, it's a great song, but anyway, sorry.
No, it's good. And then like after Famous Last Words, they do a reprise of Dead or The End.
Yeah.
And then Gerard gets stabbed by a clown, and then the show ends. He sets off a bomb somewhere, and then the clown sings "Blood," and is a suicide bomber at the end of the show.
Awesome.
Yeah. He like.
Was that planned or like?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so. But he's like singing "Blood," like mouthing along to it, and then he like takes off his shirt, and he's just like a bomb vest, and he's like. And he blows up. It's pretty sick. And then, after that, they took a little break to change and get ready for B stage, and they come out. My youngest brother and his girlfriend chose like right before the concert to buy nosebleed tickets.
Uh-huh.
And after the Black Parade, after the clown suicide bomb, his girlfriend was like, "Yeah, I think that's the end." And some people were leaving around them, so that also helped them to leave, but they decided to leave before B stage happened. And I was like, and my mom was like driving them and was like, you can walk to a Trader Joe's nearby and I'll drive you to your car so you don't have to walk. And I'm like, okay, cool. And then she texted me that he left, and I'm like, the show's not even over yet. Yeah. She's like, why did you leave them? I don't know. And then, he left, but B stage starts, and the one song that I really, really wanted them to play is off of Three Cheers for Sweet Revenge, is Thank You for the Venom. And they come out, and the first thing they start playing is Thank You for the Venom. Wow. And I'm like, oh my god, this is the best thing that could have happened. Yeah. And it was so good. They played like 6 songs off of Three Cheers. They played like Cemetery Drive. They played You Don't Know What They Do to Guys Like Me in Prison. Mm-hmm. They played Helena. I'm Not Okay. They played a lot of stuff over there. There were only a couple songs that I didn't recognize. They played a song called Boy Division, and a song I think off of the first record that I'm not super familiar with. But it was all good. They played Helena. Before that, Gerard was like, he was talking about, like, yeah, we got a couple left for you. And then he played Helena, and then he goes into a story about how Smashing Pumpkins is like it's a big influence on him and Mikey in the band, and it's like they went to go see the Melancholy yada yada, whatever the name of the album is. And they had the great influence, and they're good friends with Billy Corgan, who's the singer for the Smashing Pumpkins. Oh, that's cool. And there's a whole running joke that Billy Corgan is their dad. And they're just like, they've played this song, a cover of Bullet with Butterfly Wings once before on the tour, but they were like talking about it, and then he was like, so yeah, we're gonna play that again. Welcome to the stage, Billy Corgan. Wow. And Billy Corgan came out on stage, and I've never listened to the Smashing Pumpkins. I hadn't heard Bullet with Butterfly Wings, but it was still a cool thing. That was the last song they played. The chorus was pretty cool. It was just despite all my rage, I'm still just a rat in a cage.
Oh yeah, I know that song.
Yeah. And it was just a super cool surprise.
I didn't know that was a Smashing Pumpkins song.
Oh, yeah. But before that, though, I forget what song it was, but Gerard was like getting down and like screaming with the crowd at one point, and his pants ripped down in the thigh. He screamed so hard his pants ripped, which was really funny. But he mentioned it at one point, but I was like, what was that? I didn't really catch it because he didn't really point it out or anything. But
yeah.
Like, I ripped my pants during that song. But B stage was so good. There was one idiot that was dressed up as Gerard's character on Danger Days Party Poison. And they had a vinyl of Danger Days with a marker, and they were just holding it up in front of like above them and blocking the people behind them's view.
Right.
And it's like everyone's like, put the vinyl down, and I was like, I wasn't being my view wasn't affected by it, but I was still like, hey, Party Boys, put the fucking vinyl down. They're not going to sign it. Yeah. And they just refused to put it down. I was like, what the fuck? And, you know, right during when Beat Stage started, like I was, during the main show, I wasn't being touched at all. Nobody, like it was perfect weather. I wasn't sweating even a little bit, and it was like the perfect weather for outside concert. B Stage started and it turned into a pack of sardines.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You know,
was it like that rush for the Scale and Icy
kind of
concert? Yeah.
But it didn't happen for Thank You for the Venom. But when they started playing Na 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 Na, right after that, that's when people started like fucking rushing toward the stage, and I was like, holy fuck.
Yeah.
And I had my sign, and I was kind of just like trying to keep it straight. But like as it got rowdier and rowdier, it started getting more crushed and more crushed. I was like, fuck.
That's how I got fucked up during B Stage. Okay.
Yeah, but Na 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 was like sick live. But there was this lady that was behind me to my left and was like, you know, a little shorter than me, and she was like, during Na Na Na, I started, you know, everyone was getting pushed around a little bit. I was all squished up. Yeah. And then I feel this hand on my shoulder like gripping me super hard, and I'm like, whoa, what is going on? And after the song, I'm like, is everybody okay? Like, she's like, yeah, I'm just trying to keep my balance. And I was like, okay, all right. But you know, it was so good. It was just altogether, it was such an amazing show. And then after they finished, we were walking out, and this one lady was like, I was wearing my one of my 21 Pilots shirts, and she was like, oh, have you seen them live? I'm like, yeah, they're my favorite. And she's like, oh yeah, they're super cool. They're like Gen Z emo. And I was like, I mean, yeah, in a way. You know, you're not totally wrong. Yeah. But yeah, they're my favorite. They're super cool. And she's like, yeah, they're super cool. I like them a lot. And I'm like, yeah, cool, man. I'm happy for you. And then, you know, made it out, and my mom was still trying to meet me by that Trader Joe's, but if I had walked the way that I had came, I would have made it. It would have been completely fine. I would have made it there. She wouldn't have had to move. But I got pushed with the crowd, and it was very much in the herd of people going the way that the line started. And there's this bridge over a bunch of train tracks that kind of snakes around and puts you in a neighborhood. And that's where I ended up, and it ended up being like a almost 40-minute walk to my parking garage rather than a 30-minute walk. Oh. Which was super cool. Wasn't happy about that, but you know, I'm just glad Chicago's a walkable city. Yeah. Because otherwise that would have fucking sucked. Yeah. And my feet were starting to hurt. My thighs were chafing. I was like, this is, you know, not great. But luckily it was still nice out. So I didn't have to deal with any, you know, rain or heat or anything, humidity. It was still nice out. But, you know, made it to the parking garage after waiting at this one stoplight for what seemed like 10 minutes because it was not changing. And people just started to walk. And I was like, I'm just going to follow these people. But it was by a subway that was like a 24-hour subway in Chicago. And I was like, huh, interesting. Yeah. And this dude was like, hey, can you, do you know what street we're on? I was like, no. I'm not from here. But, you know, we figured it out. And he's like, can you text somebody for me? I'm like, yeah, sure. So I texted somebody for him. And then, you know, the rest of the walk was uneventful. But I made it to the parking garage, and there were a couple of people trying to get into the door, and their thing wasn't working. I was like, oh, fuck. What's happening now? Yeah. But luckily, it wasn't a big deal. We just had to walk around to another entrance and get up there and everything. Oh, okay, but it was like, I had my full water bottle in my car, and I hadn't had any on the way there, and it was ice cold, and it was the most refreshing drink of water. I can imagine, yeah. But you know, the drive back was pretty uneventful. I stopped by where home is, and that's where I finally got to see my mom because she was like, I was dropping off my siblings, and I was like, okay, well, we can meet at this gas station where I'm gonna go to the bathroom and grab some drink and snacks. Yeah. So you know, I talked with them and did that, said hi to my mom, and then got back on the road and made it back here by like 3:30, which was probably later than I expected to be, but that's okay. Because I had the next day off, and I already talked about that. But it was an amazing concert, and if you get the chance to see MCR live, I would definitely take it. I would gladly spend another $400 on a ticket. Yeah, yeah. But it was really good, and yeah. But,
sick.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Sorry for
No, you're good. You're good. I mean, I talked like that when I went to the Marusha concert earlier this year, so it's only fair that you get the spotlight. I made the joke earlier too. Both Colin and I saw our favorite concerts possibly ever this year, and it's the one concert we didn't go to together. So,
yeah.
So obviously the linking problem here.
Yes. We're canceling our trips, and we're standing in separate spots at Tinley Park.
We're standing on different parts of the pit.
Yeah.
Just our arms crossed the whole time.
I'll hold Tyler, you hold John.
No, but that's awesome though. I'm glad you had a good time doing that. Sounds sick as fuck.
It was sick as fuck. And I got this cool shirt. It's my first shirt that has the tour dates on the back of it, because I didn't really have any with like tour dates on it.
Sick.
Yeah.
How was? I guess I don't know what like a merch stand in a stadium is like. Was that
they had multiple? They had multiple.
Oh,
stands,
okay,
so
that makes sense.
And also, luckily, my ex Allie was there, and she, I was in the pit. She was then on the floor, so she was like, I was like, can you send me a picture to see if there's anything I like? And she's like, honestly, you just send me money. I can give it to you at the end of the show. And I was like, that's super sweet of you. So I took her up on that. There was this one shirt with Mikey Way on it that everyone has talked about and everyone really likes. And I was like, I'll take that one. But she was like, they didn't have that one in your size, so I picked one out for you, and it was this one. And I was like, okay, well, that's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
But, very sweet of her.
That's a sick shirt, though.
Yeah, so I like it a lot. It's got the Grand Immortal Dictator on it.
Gotcha.
But yeah.
Has Hitler on it.
Yeah. But very cool. Yeah. And then speaking of 21 Pilots, though, you take it away, Mike.
I came down here an hour and a half down to our college town where Colin is living right now because there was another listening party for Breach, the album that isn't even out by the time this episode is out. Wow. As long as Colin gets this episode up before Friday.
Hope so.
Yeah, hope so too. There was a listening party for Breach at our record store down here that we both really love. I think that's like my favorite place in the world, low key.
Yeah.
It's such a good shop. They had a listening party last year too, but Colin came up for that one, so now I came down for this one. Yeah. And I mean, it was a great time. We waited in line like 2.5 hours before the listening party started. Around 3, they said they were going to start lining up for the picture discs that were exclusive to the listening party, I think. Yeah. And they said, some places like our buddy Zane went to a listening show back by home, and they did it in a raffle style, where everyone had a chance to get one. Here it was the first 23 people here.
Yeah,
you will get a picture disc, and it's like, I mean, I guess that's cool for us, but it kind of sucks for anyone who can't do that. But
because we got there at like 2:30, and they were supposed to line up at 3, but at like 2:35, one of the workers was like, "Hey, it's close enough to 3. We're just gonna start lining up."
Yeah,
and we were 8 and 9 in line.
Yeah,
and then it just kept going on after that.
Right. I think I heard him say at the very end that like we only have 23 discs and we have 40 people who signed up for one. Yeah. So, I mean, as long as they organize their shit correctly, we should be getting it. I am slightly worried about
they were
that,
numbered at the top. So
were they? Yeah. Okay, I missed that. Yeah. So we kind of stood outside the record shop for like 2.5 hours. Nothing really too eventful. I mean, there was kind of a loud, chatty person behind us who wasn't even in line for the music. She was just talking to her friend who was in line for the music. It's just interesting stuff being talked about.
I can't remember anything in
Me
particular.
neither.
I think I heard something about periods, which was like, whatever, I don't really care, but it's just like they just went on and on, and she was talking very loud.
Yeah, very, like I could hardly hear Colin sometimes.
Yeah, and I'm already quiet, so like it was like rough.
Yeah, but other than that though, it was kind of uneventful in line. I guess we watched one guy's spot because he really had to pee. Yeah, we're like, well, watch your stuff, man. Don't worry about it.
There was one point where the loud girl left, and it was like crazy how quiet it got. After that. But yeah, other than that, it was just like people were walking by and like, hey, what's the line for? It's like, oh, listening party with 21 Pilots, and a lot of them would be like, right after we
there was one guy in particular. He was like, oh, what is it? And I said, oh, 21 Pilots, and like as soon as I said that, like he just straight turn around, just booked it pretty much. I was like, all right, man. He sounded so curious, and he was like, gone.
Yeah. Somebody yelled across on the street. It was like, wait, what's this for? 21 Pilots. Oh, cool. Have a good one.
Yeah. Yeah. But you know, it was fine though. It was, and then we got inside. At first, we were in a spot I was a little worried about. They were kind of playing like Trench and Clancy through the speakers. Well, I guess I should say we did get sign-ups for the picture discs. We were able to go in preference order of which ones we wanted. We didn't pay for them or anything yet. I think that happens next week, and hopefully all things go smooth with that because Colin's going to pick it up for me, and maybe I'll pay him back. No, okay.
We also got freebies because they had them last
year.
Yeah. They have these cool bracelets and a breach on them, and 21 Pilot listening party.
Yeah.
And then there were these posters that they also had last year for Clancy, but they gave out these posters to everybody, so everybody got one of those.
Breach
as well. Yeah. Very cool stuff.
Yeah.
Always nice to get a little bit of a freebie.
Yeah, and then we got to our spots after that. And at first we were kind of in a place that was like between speakers, and it was like the music that they had playing was a little thin, like at the spot we were standing in. I was like, I don't know how I feel about this spot. And then eventually some guys kind of moved out of the way, which I don't think I saw them ever after that. I'm not sure if they just left or what, but it was a spot like right next to a speaker pretty much, and I was like, we should take that. And we did. We went right next to the speaker. It wasn't the most comfortable place. For me, at least, I was standing on like uneven ground. There was like a little ramp right there, and like my feet were kind of killing me like halfway through the album. But you know, we were right by the speaker. Got to listen to Breach.
Yeah. And no spoilers, but it's very good. It's very consistent.
Yeah, we'll talk more about spoilers next week.
Oh, for sure. We're gonna do track by track next week. Of course.
Yeah. I'm also gonna rave about Marussia next week.
Yes. But you know, it was very good. There's a lot of really cool things. They had a surprise where like Josh had one of the songs was like a demo that he had on his computer that Tyler had deleted from like the Regional at Best era.
Yeah, I don't think it's a spoiler just to say that was the song Downstairs. Yeah. When that comes out, he said that was a 14-year-old demo. Yeah. So. Which
is wild, and it does. At some points, it did really sound like it is a 14-year-old song. Yeah. It sounded very reminiscent of the Regional at Best days and like the good ways of Regional at Best. Yeah.
It was produced better. Yes. They definitely touched up the production. Got Paul in there,
Yeah. But there's some really good stuff on there, some surprises. Yeah. The last song did something that like kind of blew my mind and is still blowing my mind that they did it. Yeah. And it's just I'm very excited to listen to it with headphones and to talk about it all.
There's a few songs on the record that like I think the best way, I mean, I guess slight spoiler for like what the sound of this record was, at least for me personally. It took more of like, I want to say like it felt a little more like indie alternative for a lot of it, mixed with like some more synth poppy stuff. Yeah. And maybe it's because I've listened to because I know both Tyler and Josh are very inspired by Ben Gibbard, who is the lead singer of Postal Service and also Death Cab for Cutie. Oh, okay. I know they both take a lot of inspiration from that music, and maybe it's just because I listened to Postal Service somewhat recently, that record. But like I felt like on this record in particular, I very much heard the Postal Service like influence, which is a good thing. But just in the melodies and stuff like that. Yeah, no, it was a nice sound. There were songs on there I really, really liked. There's a few that I think will grow on me. But also, like Colin was saying though, once we get headphones on and get a nice clear listen, it'll be nice. When we were right next to the speaker, it was a lot of bass and drum that we could hear. So I'm interested to hear what it's like when it's more mixed better.
And I've mentioned it before that like when I listen to new records, I really like to hone in on the lyrics. That's my favorite thing. But like it was kind of hard to hear a lot of them how bass heavy and drum heavy that the speaker was.
There was some cool references that did pop up in there though.
No spoilers. Like
no spoilers.
The City Walls has some cool shit.
Yes.
In it. And it's very cool. Very excited for that record. It's just yeah, it's crazy that the lore is ending. It's crazy that they're going to be gone for a little while. But I'm very excited for it. Also, there were a lot of fucking people in that.
Yeah, it was very packed. I started getting very sweaty towards the end of
it. Halfway through, I was starting to feel a little wet.
Yeah, me too.
I was like, ugh. And not just from hearing 21 Pilots, but from from sweating. But at the Black Country New Road listening party, which was at the same record store in March, which is wild. There were maybe 20 people there. It was pretty empty. But here the entire record store was full up. They had people behind this desk. They had I was in the doorway of this little like jazz area that they have, disconnected from everything. People were pretty packed in there, and it was like, it's really cool to see that they got all these 21 Pilots fans in here. But and then they played it again for people who were outside that didn't listen to it, which was super cool.
Yeah, I listened to it twice.
Yeah. But, really cool. I'm very excited to talk about it more in depth. Yeah,
it was great. I'm excited to get more listens into it as well. I mean, I think I've mentioned before, I'm kind of a negative Nancy when it comes to first listens. So, like, sometimes I'll be, like, hear things and I'm like, that's not what I was expecting. But then, like, I'll listen to it 2 or 3 more times. I'm like, oh, that's actually pretty fucking fire. So, but there were things that did immediately hit me on the album, too. I'm like, that's fucking banging. Yeah. I am also excited to talk about that more.
It's going to be super cool.
The only thing I will say, just because I'll probably forget to talk about this later on, it was after, I believe it was the song Center Mass, which I won't spoil anything or whatever, but someone was like, so they basically wrote a jazz song right after they finished, and I was like, that wasn't jazz. That wasn't even. There was maybe some 7th chords in there, but that's not jazz. No. It was cool, but it wasn't jazz.
I don't know what jazz you're listening to. But that was not jazz. I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
No, but they don't go jazzy, but they do a lot of cool stuff on this.
Yes, one. There's a lot of sick vocals and shit on there too.
Yeah, Tyler goes off on this one. So does Josh. Josh is hitting those drums real hard.
Oh yes, he was.
But, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I guess not too much to talk about without spoiling, but it was good. I'm really excited to see the music video for City Walls.
Yes.
And we'll probably be raving about this record even more next week. We'll be even happier with it. Fresher thoughts too. But
yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, now that we're a bit closer to 2 hours than I thought we would get.
Me too.
We are going to head into Song of the Week, and Mike is first.
Fuck, yes, I am first.
I don't think he has anything
what gave it away? What gave it away?
But, I can keep talking while Mike decides.
Thank you.
It's Song of the Week is a segment that we've done since the very beginning, where we pick a song each, and then we listen to it, and then we talk about it afterwards, see what we think. Long-running tradition. And this is also a long-running tradition of not having a song picked out.
It does happen
by both of us
from now every now and then. So what I'm gonna go with is there was my neighbor made like a list of her top 100 favorite songs or whatever, and then I was inspired to kind of do the same thing. So I kind of made a playlist of 100 of my favorite songs or whatever. And I was just scrolling through there because that's something I did this week, and I was like, you know what? Haven't done this song, so here we go. I'm going to go with a Jeff Buckley song that I enjoy quite a bit, and I'm going to go with So Real by Jeff Buckley.
So real.
Oh, that was so real.
All right, that was So Real, just like he said in the song,
so
by Jeff Buckley. Colin, what'd you think of that?
That's great. I really like that. I think you had Lilac Wine as
the other song, which is very different.
Yes. I don't remember it very well because it was very early on. But he's got a great voice on him, and I think that's something that's like known about Jeff Buckley.
Yes.
Is like that he had a great voice. And that was great. A lot of it throughout, like the chorus of just him saying "so real." There were points where I was like, "Oh, that kind of sounds like a ghost wailing."
Yeah.
But it was really good. I liked the feeling of it a lot. Felt kind of lost a little bit. I don't know, but sounded super cool, and I liked it quite a bit.
Uh-oh.
What's
that? Dying on Colin's computer?
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, it's still recording, so
that's what matters.
But yeah, I liked it a lot.
Yeah.
I got some Fortnite notifications.
I think your Epic just
restart
updated
required.
or something. Before setting up.
Finish setting up this device. Okay, whatever.
No, I think it's fine.
It's fine.
No, I really enjoy that track a lot too. I mean, I love the chorus on there a lot. Like you're saying, his vocals are something he's known for. That's something. Like in that track in particular, you can hear a lot of where Connor from Nothing But Thieves got his influence from. I don't think you hear it as much in this one, but like Tom York also around the time of the Bends really started to like mimic Jeff Buckley's style as well. So there's a lot of influence vocally that he's done over the years. That track in particular, I love all the chords going on and like the verses and stuff. I love how varied it gets. I always forget it gets like really wonky there for a sec with like one of the guitar solos. Because I remember I have like a playlist of like songs that are like basically not weird that I could put in a playlist and like people can listen to. I remember I had that one in there one time. I was listening to it in the car with my parents. I was like, oh, this part gets really fucking strange. I just think that's a great song. I always come back to that one. It's such a hooky little one. And production sounds great on it too. So
yeah. Very cool. It was a great song.
Yeah.
It's probably an album I should check out, to be honest.
You definitely should. That's a great record.
Yeah. All right. Well, since I went to My Chemical Romance, we already have a lot of My Chemical Romance, but this is the one song that I wanted them to play other than the Black Parade.
Yeah.
And I was super excited to hear it live. It's been one of my favorites, and it's really grown on me over the past couple of years. I'm going to go with Thank You for the Venom by My Chemical Romance.
So give me all your poison, and give me all your pills, and give me all your hopeless heart to make me ill.
Alright, that was Thank You for the Venom by My Chemical Romance. What did you think, Mike?
Chat, I may be cooked because all I could think about is how good that song would be in Fortnite Festival.
I know, me too! That's what I was thinking about the entire time I was listening to that too! God!
No, it seems like that would be so fun, though.
I'm begging you, Epic, put more My Chemical Romance in Festival!
Surely they have to have a festival season at some point.
Oh, God, I would come!
But, that song is great. I was actually just checking my review to see... back when we did this art analysis, I didn't put my best and least favorite tracks in there, unfortunately. I did see that we listened to that 3 years ago.
Holy
At least
shit.
I did. It was October of 2022.
Jesus.
So.
Fucking Christ.
Yep, I
That's
feel
wild.
that as well. So it's been 3 years
podcast.
since I've heard that song. And since I've heard that album too, which I do need to go back to that album because I did like it. And that song was great. I really enjoyed it. It was super catchy, super upbeat, super punky. And yeah, I really liked that. That was a great choice.
Yeah.
Because when you mentioned it earlier too, I was like, I don't remember that song. But yeah.
Yeah, this is a great one to really get the energy going for B Stage. And I'm so glad that they played this one. It's the thing. Three Cheers for Sweet Revenge has grown on me immensely over the last couple of years, and this song has become one of my favorites by them in general. It's just so high energy. Gerard sounds fucking amazing on it.
Yeah, he sounds great.
The guitars are fantastic across it. Frank and Ray go fucking off. It's just it bangs, and so much of that album is so fucking good. And it's a great song. So I go listen to 3 Cheers. Go listen to MCR for real.
Yeah, for real.
For real by Jeff Buckley. So real.
So real. That was so real.
All right, but you know what else is so real?
What's that?
The end of this podcast.
It sure is. Believe it or not.
This has gone on far longer than I was expecting it to.
Yeah.
And I got work in the morning. Mike's got to drive.
Sorry.
No, it's okay.
Yeah.
Mike's got to drive, and and I got to edit this. So this is my first time editing. It's
Let's
gonna be kind of wild.
Show on the road.
Get the show on the road and the podcast. If you're I don't know how this goes. Go ahead, Mike.
Okay. I was gonna say, you're taking the wheel. All right. If you're listening on streaming services, thank you very much. We appreciate it, and we love you to death. That's my heart. My heart goes out to you. I did it like this. If you want to see us this week, we have beautiful lighting this time and great visuals.
Can you do shadow puppets?
Maybe.
Kinda.
I can't really do it. It's not picking up on me.
Mike.
Anyways, you can see that bit and so much more.
Well, it's worth it.
And so much more over on YouTube, where we are under the same name, BrokeN Boys, capital N, BOIS, and you can see us this week.
Hey.
And also Colin's beautiful editing debut. But you can see more than just us over here in the description down below. You got links to a whole bunch of stuff. One of them being the Song of the Week playlists. We've been doing those since the inception of this podcast. We put our Songs of the Week into 2 of 3 places. We have a playlist down there for me. We got one for Colin. And we got one for both of us combined. You do it like that? Okay,
yeah.
Interesting. All right.
In between for both of us, you know?
Yeah.
It's combined.
And in those playlists, you can find...
You can see that bit live, too.
In those playlists, you can find Thank You for the Venom by My Chemical Romance or So Real by Jeff Buckley, along with other My Chemical Romance songs and another Jeff Buckley song, as Colin alluded to, and so much more.
We're so original.
Yes. we add to that for the last 236 episodes.
Yeah.
So we got some catching up to do. Other than that, I've got some personal stuff down there. Like I said, making music again. I shouldn't start saying that yet. I've made music under the name of Plaintive. It's on Apple Music, Spotify, where have you. New EP, Cyclicism, came out like a month or so ago. You should go check it out.
Go do it. It's really good.
I like it.
Also go check out Coping Mechanism, his first album. All very good, but go check out Cyclicism first because it just came out. It's really good.
Thanks. I need to practice my Mr. Beast smile where like I smile and my face is like
an AI edited smile.
Yeah, it's another visual bit for all you audio listeners.
Gotta get all the visual bits at the very end of the episode.
The part that everyone watches. Yes. I got links for those. I also have an Album of the Year page where I rate and review music, as well as I shouldn't be blanking this early. I got my Instagram down there. I got my YouTube. I got my TikTok. I've got... That's what matters. And in terms of my relation to you, dear viewer, you know what? We're in the middle of a small city street. The one I'm picturing is the one by the record store, but the viewer doesn't know what that looks like. So we're in a small town, little city street, and I'm walking behind you, trying not to be creepy. I'm having like those thoughts of like, okay, they're going to the same place I am. I can't be creepy. I can't be creepy. I can't be creepy. Have you ever seen those?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. When you're walking behind someone,
I feel that plenty of times.
Yeah. That's what I'm feeling right now with our dear viewer. They just keep going to the same places I need to go, and I feel like I'm stalking them, and I don't want to.
It's like when you're driving and somebody's behind you, and they keep going the same direction you're going. Like, are you following me? Are you following me? Right. And then they're not.
Yeah. So that's what I'm doing to you, dear viewer. Not following you, but I feel like I'm following you.
So you feel like he's following you, and he also feels like he's following you, but he's not.
Yeah, it's all one big misconception that will be resolved shortly. Momentarily. And Colin over here, he runs our socials. He runs our Twitter page where he updates when videos are posted, as well as all things that need to be updated. And he also runs our Instagram page and our TikTok page where he posts funny clips of us being silly little dudes. And you should go check those out and support them. And you should also support him personally.
Please.
On his
financially.
Yeah, he's got to GoFundMe just for Colin's mental well-being down there. No, but he also has an Album of the Year page where he rates and reviews music, as well as a Letterboxd where he rates and reviews movies. I think you watched something this week.
You can go check out my reviews for Midsummer and The Nun.
Yeah, 2 equally great movies.
And very rated the exact same too.
Yeah.
Weird coincidence.
Other than that, what's your relation to our dear viewer, Colin?
Well, I am also walking down this nice little uptown street, little downtown uptown action, little nice city street. And
downtown uptown action sounds very suggestive.
Well, you play your cards right, you might get some uptown action. We're walking. We're all walking down this street, but I'm walking the opposite direction. because I'm looking for you, and I'm just having trouble because this town it's confusing. It's like a maze over here.
Yeah. It's like 2 streets.
There's a roundabout. I've been going around there for an hour. I couldn't find you. But I finally decided to go down the street, and I'm like, where is he? Where is this guy? And I see you following a little too close behind this person.
I'm like right on.
Yeah, you're like their shadow.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Mike, finally, it's you. We've been hiding behind this person the entire time. I didn't see you. And you're like, oh, Colin. Oh, finally, you found me. You were playing hide and seek. No, and I'm like, no, we weren't. I was just trying to fucking find you so we could get in line for this listening party. And they're gonna hear Mike and Colin go, brain blast, and they're gonna be like, Mike and Colin, are you guys the hosts of this hit podcast that I really love called BrokeN Boys on YouTube and Spotify and everywhere else you listen to podcasts? And they're gonna say, and we're gonna say, yes, of course, that's us. Would you like an embrace? And they're gonna go, of course, I would love nothing more. I stay till the end of the episode to hear all of these bits.
Yeah.
And which aren't bits, they're real things that happen and will always happen.
Yeah. Every week.
Yes. Yeah. And right in front of this record store that we love very much, we are going to embrace this viewer with me in front and Mike behind. You right here. Yeah. And we're gonna embrace. And with dear viewer, maybe you even in the middle, and we're going to hugging very tight, and I'm gonna look at Mike over our dear viewer's shoulder, and look deep into our eyes, and I'm gonna ask you if you want some Uptown action real quick. And with that Uptown action, I mean a wet sloppy kiss,
of course,
right next to our dear viewer's earballs, and we're going to kiss real deep, real sloppy, real nice, right next to our dear viewers, an embrace we like to call the love cage. And if you would like your very own love cage, all you must do is drop your address in the comments below. And we'll find you. You won't know when, you won't know where, but we will find you and give you your very own love cage. So drop that addy, people. We love you very much, and you can get your very own love cage if you do those simple, easy tasks. But come back next week for when we talk track by track on the new 21 Pilots album, Breach, and Mike gives his opinions on the new Baruja album as well. But this is a long one. It's going to be a fun one to edit.
Yeah.
And we'll see you next week.
See you next week. Bye.
Love you.